to the CFL podcast, where today we will be talking about Coach Prime recruiting the state of Florida heavily, okay? Very heavily. We know he's from Florida, so, it's without saying that he's going to be there a lot, checking out the talent, offering scholarships and everything like that. But he's going, really hard in the state of Florida. So I just want to talk about some of the A-list recruits that he's offered so far and that he's currently going after for the class of 2023. Because as of 12 p.m. last night, we know that coaches were now allowed to talk to the recruits of the 2023 class. So Coach Prime, I'm expecting that he's on the phone, that he's been on the phone today, or that his recruiting coordinator has, trying to get these guys to come to Jackson State now that they're now able to do so and talk to these kids freely. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, the first guy we're going to be talking about today is Richard Young. Y'all, he is the number one running back in the country. Understand me, he is the number one running back in the country. Do I think Prime can pull this off? Y'all, I do not know. But I'm going to have to go with probably not. I mean, the number one running back in the country, man, he got everybody after him. Everybody. And I just don't see how Jackson State will compete with the rest of these bigger schools as far as the facilities and the money go. I think they can, especially if they flex their strengths. But with that being said, they just don't have the money. And I know that these kids of higher caliber, that's just all they want. They want the facilities, they want the uniforms, they want the money, they want the national attention and everything like that. So we'll see. But let's get into Richard Young. He's 6 foot, 190 pounds, all right, out of Lehigh, Florida. Number one in the country at his position, 21 in the nation, and 7 in the state of Florida. Now, he has taken visits to Clemson. He's taken visits to Ohio State. He has also taken visits to Florida, the University of Alabama. Of course, Nick Saban was going to be in there. And he has taken a visit to Florida State University. So, I mean, y'all let me know. Do y'all think Jackson State has even the slightest chance of getting Richard Young? I don't think so. But there are a couple of guys on this list that I do think he can get. He's the only 5-star on this list so far from Florida. The rest are 4-star guys. Next up, Cedric Irving Jr. Now, what I found interesting about Cedric Irving is that his father did play in the NFL. He had a short stint with the Lions and the Dolphins, and he also had a short stint in NFL Europe. Also, his uncle played for Jackson State University. His uncle played for Jackson State University. So, with that being said, that's an angle that Coach Prime could work to try to get Cedric Irving to be on Jackson State. Because Cedric Irving is a very talented kid. Like I said, he's a 4-star kid, all right? 5'10", 180 pounds, out of Miami, number 8 at his position. Nationally, he's ranked 177th. In the state of Florida, he is ranked number 40. So Cedric Irving Jr. is a kid who I think that they have a better chance of getting, aside from Richard Young. And I really hope that they're able to make that happen. But we'll see how things go. This is the class of 2023, so we have a lot of time to see what happens. Next up, Santana Fleming, okay? Dude just actually accepted my follow requests on Instagram because, some of these kids' pages be private and I be trying to get the intel and everything like that, so y'all know how that go. So Santana Fleming, all right, 5'10", 160-pound receiver, number 186 in the nation. He's out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, from American Heritage High School. Now, remember, Coach Prime is also going after a 4-star corner. Now, at his position, he's ranked number 26, and in the state of Florida, he is ranked number 43. He had offers from FCS schools as well as FBS schools. A lot of HBCUs have offered him as well. So Coach Prime is not the only one after Santana Fleming. Alabama State, Tennessee State, more HBCUs have offered Santana Fleming as well. So we'll really see how that goes. The fact that he's getting all of this FCS attention as well. I think Coach Prime has a lot more competition to deal with aside from the bigger schools. However, I think because he is Coach Prime, they'd most likely choose him over other FCS schools, but we'll see. Now, he's visited Florida State, he's visited USC, he's visited Tennessee. He has offers from those schools as well. I don't know. I don't know if they have the best shot with Santana. I've been thinking about it. I just don't see it. Maybe he's one of those kids that can flip, because we have to remember, Coach Prime has 4-star recruits out of high school. Trevonte Rucker would have been at the University of Florida, but he's here at Jackson State, and we all know what he did in the Orange Blossom Classic with those 3 receptions for 83 yards, those big catches that he had. So maybe he can flip Santana Fleming. Maybe he can. I'm just not sure. And I'm pretty sure Trevonte Rucker, being from Florida, does help a little bit in getting these recruits, because that's a pipeline that he was able to hit for Florida. Now, next up, we got Peyton Kirkland. This is a kid who I'm very excited about for wherever he goes, whether that's Jackson State or whether that is the FBS. Keep in mind, Peyton is 6'5", 330 pounds. 330 pounds. He's not even a senior. He's of the class of 2023, and he's 330 pounds. Y'all, in the nation, he's ranked 123. Okay? At his position, he's ranked number 9. And in the state of Florida, he's ranked number 28. He has visited Ohio State so far, and he has visited Georgia Tech so far. So, Peyton Kirkland is one of those guys who disrespects defensive linemen. Peyton Kirkland is one of those guys who you do not want to line up against, because he is very nasty. He's very nasty. He's still learning the position, as you can tell. And, of course, because he's that big in high school, I would like to see him shed a few pounds so that he's able to move better, or at least turn some of that fat into muscle. But, he has 2 more years of high school, so we'll see what he looks like by the time his senior year rolls around. But Peyton Kirkland is a kid that I'm very excited about, and he is out of Orlando, Florida, by the way. Orlando, Florida. So, like I said, Coach Prime is going all over Florida. He's trying to get these guys, and, we'll just see what happens with it. Now, last but not least, this kid goes by the name of Cedric Baxter Jr. Now, Cedric is out of Orlando, Florida, right? He's 6'1", 215 pounds, and he's an athlete. At his position, he's ranked number 16. In the nation, he's ranked 150th. And in the state of Florida, he's ranked 34th. I want to see if Coach Prime can be successful in getting Cedric. And overall, I just want to see who we can get from this list, period. There are going to be other kids that he goes after in the state of Florida. Understand that this is not the full list. This is nowhere close. Okay, they just were allowed to talk to these kids at 12 p.m. from the class of 2023. So he's going to go after a bunch more. Like I said, Coach, after this number 1 recruiting class, Coach Prime has not been stagnant. He wants to continue to do even better and, outdo more of these FBS schools. And he's going after these top recruits to do it now. So, y'all let me know down below in the comments just how far you think he can go with the second recruiting class. Do you think Coach Prime could match his success with the first one? Do you think he could go higher than his previous class? I want to know all that down below in the comments. I think he set the bar so high in his first year that it's going to be hard to do, but it's very much possible. So we'll just have to wait and see what it does. I think if they go out and they win in spectacular fashion this year, a lot of these kids who are on the bubble of Jackson State will commit. So we just have to wait and see, especially if they're able to beat their FBS school counterparts. So, we'll, like I keep saying, we'll see what happens. But y'all, if y'all have made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate you. Please let me know down in the comments below, who would you like to see at Jackson State? Do you think they have a chance of getting any one of these guys, and all of those things like that? Anyways, I go by the name of Kobe. You are watching the CFL podcast, and I'm out. Peace.